Hello everyone! Today we will paint Wargame miniatures. I'm Brother-Vinni, and first I should confess that I'm not a miniature painter, I'm a sculptor. My main occupation is making and selling miniatures. But some time ago it occurred to me that I wanted to see my miniatures more alive. So I have decided to try to paint my characters by myself. Of course, I can find one of that thousand talented miniature painters in the web, pay some money and give them a task. But it's very interesting for me by myself to color my own miniatures because for me painting is not a separated process. It's a direct continuation of creating sculpting, of creating miniature, because for me sculpting miniature first of all means creating character, and I guess that coloring finally unlock all potential of miniature. Of course, as a sculptor I like graphics a lot, because for me sculpting is not sculpting, sculpture is a kind of graphics. But I understand that we all live in a colorful world, and we perceive all visual information in colors. So I guess the final stage of creating any image, any character, should be coloring it. In my whole life, I have painted maybe 2 or 3 miniatures for all time. So actually I can say that I'm totally newbie in this hobby. But of course, theoretically, I know how miniatures should be painted. But you understand that it's a very great difference between theoretical knowledge and practice skills. So I start my way in this occupation right now from the base. It's very interesting for me to open for myself this side of our hobby. Actually, we can't manage to create short videos. So this time there are 2 parts of this video. Each is about 15 minutes. This is the first part. And by the way, right now I want to ask you which format of video you prefer. Much longer and detailed ones, or maybe a little bit shorter. So if you have an opinion to this question, please answer in comments. Please subscribe to our channel to don't skip next video, and of course subscribe to our newsletter. So I think let's speak less and paint more. Let's go. Because I'm not so skilled miniature painter, I wanted to use for my first experiment as simple miniatures as it possible. For this goal, very suitable are my miniatures that I have released recently. It's a set of 12th century knights. First, they have no faces. And second, in general, they are simple enough. They have no any small details and very rich decoration, because it was not yet in trend in that 12th century. I check all parts and then make a partial assembling of figures. Because I want to do my work simple enough, I don't use any primer. I guess if I wash my miniatures with soap, it would be enough for good connection between resin and colors. So I start from the ground, and first I want to decorate the base with some stones that I made of wine cork. By the way, it's not an accidental wine cork. It's from a Spanish wine that called Jerez Pedro Jimenez. It's almost black wine, very sweet, with fantastic taste and smell in black bottle that we bring home from each our visit to Spain. But I guess it doesn't matter for modeling, and the cork is just common. Now let's make iron parts. As you can see, iron is a general part of this figure with its knife. I don't use special modeling colors because I have my own collection of acrylic colors from common artist store. So I guess it would be enough for this time. And now I'm going to cover all metal parts with this silver. Sometimes it needs more than one layer to get a beautiful surface. And as you can see, I'm painting two different miniatures at the same time. But it doesn't matter because from the painting point of view, they are absolutely the same. The three parts, shield, sword and scabbard, I will paint it separately because it's just more comfortable for me. For example, paint this inner surface of the shield. So these parts also have some metal details. And I paint it now and I will mount it a little bit later. So our preliminary metal painting is completed. It doesn't look very impressive at this moment, but it doesn't matter. Now I leave it and I want to jump to the clothes. These guys have only one textile element, only one cloth. It's called a surco. As you can see, it's something in between cloak and coat. And it was not very rich decorated in the 12th century. Usually it was only one colored. I have decided to make it purple, and this way the general color scheme of the figure will be simple enough as I like it. It will be purple clothes with a honey yellow shield, and I hope it will look good enough. So I take this purple color with a very cheerful name. It's called Caput Mortuum. In Latin language it means dead head. But I want to mix it with some kind of red because I want to make it a little bit brighter and a little bit warmer, not so violet. So I'm starting to paint these clothes, and this time I should be careful enough to don't spoil my metal parts with this color. And I should say that this color doesn't cover the surface very good. Sometimes three or maybe four layers are not enough to make the surface very good. And I guess maybe in future I should buy some special modeling color, maybe it will be better. So I make layer by layer. I let the first one to dry and then I make the next one. And in this case it's good enough that I have two nights in work at the same time, because first one is drying while I'm working at the second one. And the second thing that I should notice that this acrylic color becomes a little bit darker after drying. So I need some experience to imagine which color I will have finally. But I guess, but I think anyway it looks not bad. Also, if you are looking attentively, you can see that I have covered the ground with the brown color, and this color became very dark. This is some kind of a chocolate color, and actually it's not the thing I have expected. So the basic purple color of clothes is completed. It looks very shiny now, and it a little bit difficult to perceive the real color because of this shining. But I will kill it in the final stage using some kind of matte varnish. And now I'm going to make that inner parts of the clothes. I mean the darkest areas under the edges of the clothes. For this I take the rest of my basic color and mix it with black and a little bit of blue. Because I want to make it not only darker but also colder. For this I take a much smaller brush, and I am trying to do it very carefully, because now we should show these edges of the clothes actually. And in this case, I guess it's nothing bad if it will become darker after drying out. Okay, let's it dry out, and now I jump to the inner surface of our shield. Here I have sculpted a very expressive wooden texture, and I hope it will be easy enough to paint it. For this I mix some kind of very dark brown color, and I make it very liquid, and I just let it flow into the texture. I add a lot of black color into this brown to make it much more colder. I don't want it to look very warm like leather. So it looks, and now I'm going to make leather parts. I mean that belts on the shield, belts on the knight by itself, and also the scabbard. I'm not sure was that scabbard covered with leather or it was just wooden at this period, but I guess it doesn't matter. I will make it leather. For this color I mix burnt sienna and a little bit of ochre. I'm not sure it's the best recipe of the leather color in the world, but maybe I will find something better in future. And also a small drop of the red. I remember that maybe I should add some drop of craplak. It's also some kind of violet color. I remember it can provide us a very good leather color. But now I'm afraid to add purple or violet because I don't want it to look similar. It looks too similar with the clothes of this knight. It should be a little bit contrast, so I make it a little bit more yellow. I'm trying to do it very carefully. I use the brush number 0, the smallest one, because it's a very small part. And also I make 3 copies of each detail, because actually I should equip 3 knights with this weapon. So it looks, and now I want to make this cover of the shield. I guess it's also textile or maybe leather, but not with the natural color, it is painted. As I already said, I want to make it yellow. It should be very beautiful yellow color, it should be warm, something like honey or maybe mustard. And for this let's take classical sienna and add a small drop of burnt sienna. It's very beautiful, tasty color and I really like it. So at this moment I can't hold this part with my fingers anymore, but at the same time I still have not any clamps, any special clamps for this, so I will use my pincers and I fixate it with some rubber band for much comfortable working, something like this. So let's cover all shields with this color, and I'm afraid it also is becoming a little bit darker. So it looks good enough, but I guess I should dilute it with water a little bit more next time, because somewhere I see some inappropriate textures. Now I try to make the ground. I use brown color as a base, and this brown color also became a little bit dark after drying out. Not only darker, but also it's too warm for my taste. It looks like some kind of chocolate. Now I try to fix it with some black ink. But actually it doesn't matter because I also will decorate the base with some grass, and actually it's not very important, I guess. Also, as you can see, I have painted this second belt, the sword belt, with another color, not a leather one. It much more lighter. It's almost white. I can say it's some kind of ivory color. It's historically accurate because I remember that medieval painters always paint this second belt with another color. Actually, I don't know which material it was, but it looks very light. At this moment, I can say that our preliminary painting is completed. We have all basic colors. And in the next video, I will go to make much more interesting things. We will make shadows and lights. And I will not use acrylic colors anymore in these figures. I will explain and show you everything in the second part of this video. Thank you for watching. It was only first part of two, and next week we will complete this painting. So if you're interested in, please subscribe to our channel, so don't skip new video. And also I remind you that it's a very good idea to subscribe to our newsletter, because we have different discounts and very good offers for all new subscribers. So you will get all info about new miniatures we release, and also reports from different miniature and modeling events that I visit. By the way, next two I plan to visit are following. First, it's a plastic winter in my city, in Bratislava, right here. It will take place in the end of November. And the second one will be in Seville, in Spain, in the start of December. All this info, all this news in details, you will get in our newsletter and in our social networks. So, thank you again, and see you next week.